My beloved, it's possible that your trust in some people has weakened. Perhaps you've gone through such a significant disappointment that now you doubt everything, even your own feelings, to the point of feeling like everything is a facade. This leads you to distrust everything and everyone, including yourself and your own actions. Distrust holds you back and prevents you from moving forward naturally. It's important that you learn to trust, because when you do, everything in life begins to flow smoothly and harmoniously. This doesn't mean that you should trust others blindly or stop taking care of yourself. What it truly means is that you need to change the way you perceive things. It's important to understand that the world is not against you. On the contrary, when you allow things to flow, the universe begins to work in your favor. It's true that there are people who hurt you, but there are also many others who treat you kindly. I understand that sometimes things don't turn out as you expected, and that promises are broken. However, instead of stopping believing in the good because of those experiences, you can try to find a balance from love. In this way, you will discover ways to flow with life again. When distrust takes hold of you, you must remember that you will need all your creativity to restore the natural flow of things. Every time you choose to trust, you are taking a step toward change and opening the doors to cosmic flow. It's essential that you understand that change is not a bad thing. On the contrary, it's necessary to keep moving forward. Don't be defensive all the time. Not everyone is trying to harm you. There are good people and souls filled with light in this world that you can encounter. It's important to take care of yourself and not allow others to mistreat you, but you must also avoid thinking that everyone has bad intentions or wants to take advantage of you. Don't assume the worst of others without reason. Understand that there are people who approach you purely out of love and generosity, expecting nothing in return. Your distrust has, on several occasions, caused you to miss out on great opportunities. Now is the time to open your eyes and realize that the world doesn't have to be a hostile place. If you change your attitude, you may discover that the world can also be a space filled with love and harmony. Many times you feel low in energy and exhausted, and much of that feeling may come from the lack of trust you have in everything and everyone. Distrust makes you believe that everything is a risk and that danger is always lurking. Instead of focusing on those thoughts, I invite you to connect with love, with the good, and with the positive things around you. It's true that you have experienced betrayals and lies from some people, but that doesn't mean that everyone will behave the same way. Not everyone will betray or hurt you in the future. Don't allow the suspicion of betrayal to become an obsession, as it will only harm you. Don't focus on the times you've been let down. Instead, maintain an attitude based on love, despite the deceptions, disappointments, and betrayals you may have faced. Understand and accept that the people in your life right now are there for three main reasons. First, because they choose to be with you for some reason, whatever it may be. Second, because you decided to approach them for some reason. And third, there may be a spiritual reason that connects you, whether as friends, companions, or family, with the purpose of learning together. Remember that soul agreements exist. You and these people may have made an agreement before this life to learn important lessons, even if you don't recall it now. That's why you have crossed paths in this life. It's understandable that you see distrust as an easy way to protect yourself, but you should know there are other ways to do so. Recognize that even if you trust someone, you can never know for sure how that person thinks or feels. From all of this, you will learn a valuable lesson. You can trust again and let yourself go. You can flow with the universe, just as you do with the people who come into your life and those who are already in it. It's important to know that you cannot control what others do or think, but you can control your own actions. In every moment, both in the good times and the difficult ones, you will have the help of angels and archangels, who are here to guide you. Now and before we continue, I invite you to subscribe and share our channel. Your support helps us to create more valuable content for you. Uncertainty and distrust are sometimes part of the learning process. Your ego may want you to control and know everything, but it's important to understand that you also need to flow and trust. When you strive to take care of yourself, the universe does the same. The universe can work in your favor when you trust and let yourself be carried by the energies. Flowing and trusting in the universe will help you achieve harmony and balance. In fact, the first step for the universe to work in your favor is to trust. You shouldn't live avoiding doing things out of fear that they will go wrong, because that attitude only limits you. The fear of failing, of being disappointed, of making mistakes, or of failing keeps you in a false sense of security. Although it may seem like you're safe, it's not truly comfortable. Your ego prefers it because you're not taking risks, and without risk, there's no success. This attitude may make you feel secure at first, but in reality, it holds you back. Dear one, making mistakes is part of the journey. It's normal to make errors, and it's necessary for your growth. We are here with you to support you. Every time you make a mistake, you learn and grow. Make mistakes to move forward. If you err, at least you're trying and taking risks. The worst thing isn't making a mistake while trying something. It's doing nothing out of fear of making a mistake and remaining stuck in life. Trust is also a form of having faith. You must trust in a higher order, in the perfect divine order that exists. Thus, when you feel stuck or trapped, instead of fighting against the current, you will achieve much better results if you trust in the universe and in yourself. You must carry within you the certainty that everything will be resolved appropriately, at the right time and place. Trusting is opening your heart to the flow of the universe. It is putting yourself in a position of openness to receive opportunities, blessings, and miracles. When you trust in the universe, you will begin to notice signs around you, synchronicities, and other ways in which the universe communicates with you. All of this will guide you wisely so that you can move forward on your path and achieve your goals. Flowing and trusting means letting go and accepting the natural rhythm of the universe. Trust also involves stopping your resistance and accepting reality as it is. You have caused yourself much harm by not trusting in anything and by demanding too much of yourself. This has made you feel disconnected from the universe and from your own being. Many times, you have felt small and believe that you will never achieve what you expect from yourself, which makes you feel mediocre or lacking in talent. But the truth is that you are wonderful and you have many talents. It is up to you to decide whether to put them into practice and show them to the world. When you act without reservation, the universe also acts without reservation in your favor. Life follows its own path, with its rhythm and timing. You cannot force things to come faster, just as waking up early won't make the dawn arrive sooner. Life flows at its own pace. The universe has perfect timing, but your impatience and distrust only cause you suffering and sabotage the good that is yet to come. Everything in the universe follows a perfect order, giving you the experiences necessary to learn what you need at every moment. It may be that what you desire has not yet arrived, it might take longer than you expected, or it may not come at all. If that's the case, you must have patience and trust in the divine hand that can do all things. If something hasn't arrived, it's because it's not the right time, or because you need to learn something before it comes. Life follows its own rhythm. Flow with it, dear, without rushing. When you accept life as it is, you have no trouble adapting to its flow. Stop resisting and living in sorrow, complaints, and stress. The waves of the sea do not fight against the tides, no matter how strong they are. Your soul should be like that, accepting the changes that come and flowing with them, as if you were surfing the waves of life. The absence of decision does not exist. Everything you don't decide is already being decided. Do you understand? When you choose not to respond to something, silence decides for you. It may seem more comfortable not to make decisions because you avoid change and remain in your comfort zone. But staying in that state only prolongs your suffering instead of making the necessary changes. Change requires a lot of energy, faith, patience, and trust to adapt to the new. That's why sometimes it's easier not to make decisions and let others decide for you. But when you think you aren't deciding or acting, you are actually choosing to stay where you are, regardless of whether that makes you happy or not. You are opting to remain in a situation that causes you pain. Remember, dear, that everything you don't decide decides for you. You are more valuable than you imagine. When you look at yourself, sometimes you don't see your true worth. I see you and recognize the divine potential within you. You only see in yourself what you have learned to see, what you believe you are, but you are much more than you can perceive at first glance. You are more powerful than you think. You have the gift to create the life you desire and to live it fully. You are filled with strengths, abilities, and possibilities. Everything within you that makes you special and unique helps you achieve your goals, connected to your true self. What makes you different is wonderful because there are no two souls alike, even though they all share a common essence. Each soul has its own gifts and strengths. If you view life from this perspective, as I see you, focusing on what you do have, what you can do, and who you truly are, you will discover that you feel stronger in the face of any adversity. There is something truly magical when you understand that every soul has something wonderful to offer the world and that divinity resides within each of us, my dear. By trusting in yourself and in the universe, you help build the tallest castle, travel the longest road, and overcome the toughest obstacles, no matter how surprising they may be. It's about moving in harmony with the perfect flow of life. You will need to learn to be more flexible with changes, even when they aren't entirely pleasant. If you keep your mind focused on your goals, you will find that all the changes you face will ultimately benefit you. Work for yourself, for your dreams and goals. You will see that the entire universe is conspiring in your favor every day, opening doors to abundance, wealth, happiness, and peace for you. The key to happiness is within you. You just need to open yourself to it for it to enter your life. When you trust, the universe is on your side. It gives you more opportunities to achieve everything you desire and keeps you strong to face any challenge, no matter how long or difficult the path may be. If you don't trust, at the first difficulty, you might change direction and be swept away by the current, abandoning your goals. Now I ask you, are you willing to tune your mind to the melody of success and allow prosperity to flow to you? Today, I have left in the description a powerful tool that will help you and bring you closer to your happiness, peace, and tranquility. I invite you to get to know it. Open the doors to a future where success and prosperity are your daily reality. The opportunity you have today to change your life will never present itself in the same way again. Act today, go for the description and create the tomorrow you deserve. Blessings forever.